Hey guys, want to welcome you all to another episode of the Black Market Podcast presented by Hack the Markets. And it seems like I may be the only host today. So I'm not going to say co host just yet, but I am AC, also known as the Market Oracle. And right now, what we can do is we can jump right into our first segment, which is where we talk about just some coming events for the this week right here, as a matter of fact. So right now, let's take a look at the earnings. So today we had a few earnings reports. There weren't. I can't say that they were anything huge. We have Activision, which is video games, so software of that nature. Cummings, they do a lot of the engine work for the large vehicles. Let's see what's going on 4K. Let's see. So who else do we have? Tyson Foods. Tyson Foods, they of course, they do a lot of the chicken and things of that nature. We got what's that?
There we go.
Take Two. Yeah,
Now I
what's up,
got you.
man? Can you hear me
What's
now?
up?
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing much. I was just going over some of these earnings right now. So I was looking at today we had Activision, Take Two. So of course, those are the two video game
hmm
makers. Just going through real quick. I saw Tyson Foods, of course, with the chicken. Who else do we have? Cummins. Uh, that's the diesel engines with the large trucks, and then Simon Property Group. Of course, that's the malls. So that was all today. I have not checked on any of that to see how they did, but those were some earning reports that you can probably at least look into for tomorrow. Note down some of those companies, and you can get in on tomorrow and kind of see if you can ride the wave if they moved up or down. Let's see. So forecasting for Tuesday through Friday. Let's see what we have. We got BP, so that's big oil. Fiserv. All of this is Tuesday, so tomorrow. Fiserv. Those I think they do like servers and things of that nature. Internet networking. We got Chipotle. Let's see. I think that might be about all for tomorrow. Chipotle not bad. That's a very expensive stock. Like very expensive stock. Like two
Really?
thousand or something. Like
Oh,
$3,000. Like it's extremely expensive.
I'm saying it. Very, very much more price than I expected.
Yeah, way up there. Trying to see. So let's see. We got Wednesday. We got Disney. That's a pretty big one.
That's always it.
Let's see.
I always tell it when that's gonna move.
Yeah. So they look like they got to expect a move of at least 5% right now. So that's a pretty decent swing. Wednesday we got Toyota. We got CVS. We got Uber. Uber. That's a interesting one right there. Uber. Um, because they really have like revolutionized like taxis and everything of that nature.
Yeah, and they're
And
starting to offer more things too.
yeah, and they really kind of like just spawn that whole like do it yourself, like bring your own equipment and work with your own stuff, not like
Mm.
pretty much I guess 1099 in it and just bringing your own stuff and working with that. Because I mean that's how you get the birth of like Airbnb and all this other type stuff where we're doing like these rentals in a sense. Instead of working with a company, we're working with an individual. Let's see who else we got. O'Reilly. So for everyone that likes to fix on their cars at home, we got O'Reilly. Let's see who else we got. Thursday we have AbbVie. I think AbbVie is pharmaceuticals or healthcare, something like that. AstraZeneca. I know that's pharmaceuticals. Those are guys
Oh
that were
yeah,
messing up the COVID vaccines.
a little bit cocktail.
Okay, we got PayPal. They're coming in on Thursday. PepsiCo. That's a big one. Let's see who else. Hilton. So the hotels. All right. And who else? Unilever. So that's I guess household products. Then last but not least, Friday. Friday is always like the one that doesn't really have like a lot of people. It's just kind of like there. A lot of people don't like to report on Friday unless,
Yeah, I'm gonna say I
yeah,
want to get the reporting done earlier in the week, and then
yeah. And I'm really not seeing anybody but Honda, really. British American Tobacco. That's about it for Friday. Yes. Uh, non-eventful Friday. Very uneventful. As well as for the economic news too, and the Fed speakers. We got a few Fed
yeah,
speakers.
I was gonna say I thought on Thursday, right? It was something.
Hmm.
Actually, tomorrow noon is the one. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got vice president, vice chair. I'm sorry, we got the vice chair tomorrow. We have um him speaking again, as well as the Atlanta Fed president.
Hmm.
They're going to be on Wednesday.
Yeah,
We
on
also
Wednesday.
got Fed Governor Cook speaking on Wednesday. New York Fed president speaking on Wednesday. I mean, there's a lot of federal people speaking on
I'm
Wednesday.
gonna say based on how it moved last week, that thing just went straight down.
Yeah, so it is a lot of Fed. It's a lot of Fed speaking, but it's not a lot of reports coming out because the only thing I'm seeing report wise, I think, is like the initial jobs claim and the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. That's
So
part of
we'll,
your neighborhood right there,
let's say go.
University of Michigan.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're putting out those numbers all the time. So yeah, it's not eventful. Like that Friday is uneventful. We got a few
Mhm.
big earnings that we can kind of play off of for the week. And as far as like the economic news, there's really not anything going on worth mentioning, to be honest. Yeah, consumer credit. I mean, yes,
That's a lot
it's
of the consumer sentiment and looking at the price of goods changes. I was curious of that with the eggs, and we were talking about that a couple weeks ago.
yeah. So that right there will definitely be something to watch. Let's see. Yeah, I
You
think
see that this Bed Bath and Beyond and what happened with that today?
so. That's what I was looking at. I know that we had it in the chat. People were talking about it, and
Crazy.
so me personally, I didn't get a chance to get in on it, but I know Raheen had definitely spoke about it on the
Yeah.
last podcast. He had mentioned it. So
That I'm really hope we're not going back again with this same meme stock game that we've been playing for the last few years. It was cool as like a COVID thing. Now it's just like, okay, where really are these people thinking this is
yeah,
gonna go?
and so that's what I'm hoping that we don't get into. But the thing
Yeah.
is, we may be starting to head down that path again because in our free chat today, they had started talking about AMC again.
Yep.
And that right there is interesting because AMC was another one of those meme stocks that we're talking about. And if BBBY, who was on the verge of bankruptcy and all of that stuff, is now being able to, make good moves like this, because what it was from like $2 all the way up to 6 or something like that, that's a pretty
Seven
nice size move.
$7.
7. So yeah, that's a pretty nice size move for that size
Yeah.
stock.
For no reason.
Yeah, exactly. So
Bankruptcy would be the
yeah. And so many people are talking short squeeze, and
Mhm.
that's what they're talking about with AMC now is another short squeeze. So I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be true, if it's gonna follow through and all of that, but I mean, it really would be nice
Yeah.
if we did see another short squeeze. I mean, I don't have any open interest in AMC. I'm thinking maybe I should,
So,
but I don't have anything in it right now. So it's
yeah.
like if it runs or if it doesn't run, I really could care less.
I'm just surprised that this is like we're starting with like this is kind of I guess with the time of inflation and we've got the rise in so many different prices. Now we're going into meme stock where it's like people had the money to be able to just throw at things like that. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to, like I tried to do some research as to how we got there because it's like who from Bed Bath and Beyond gave the green light for the bankruptcy fund.
Yeah.
They trying to start a GoFundMe, and it's like who's throwing money into it?
Yeah, exactly. And it's very interesting to see this money flow into these stock like this
Yeah,
because it's a very interesting move because it's not probably big money, But as long as a demand is being created, that's all that
That's
really
what
matters,
I'm
is the
confused.
demand just
Yeah.
needs to be created. And once that demand is created, I mean, that's pretty much all you need.
If
So
we start seeing it on like Mattress Firm or something like that, I'm done, bro. There's no way.
that would definitely be something crazy.
Yeah, that's some insight or something there.
Yeah, that would definitely be like some collusion, all types of collusion. But we can talk about short squeezes for our toolkit today, for our toolkit insight,
Yeah.
because pretty much we all kind of know, we hear the subject of short squeeze a lot. And that's a term that's thrown around, especially starting in 2020. A lot of people started talking about short squeezes. And I really don't know if a lot of people understand what it is, or are kind of privy to that information. So we'll just talk about it a little bit right now, because especially with us introducing two stocks, the BBBY as well as the AMC, and we're talking about this phenomenon, we may as well go ahead and discuss it a little further. So pretty much what we have here is a lot of people can short a stock. Shorting the stock is basically trying to make money when it's going down. So if your short a stock is going down, you're being profitable. So if a lot of people pile in on it, it's gonna have a lot of people on the short side. So um, they take this metric that kind of tells you how short or how many people are on the short side of a stock. So it kind of gives you a percentage of how short the stock is. So when we have these very large numbers, huge amounts of people that are short the stock, this is when they become prime candidates for what people know as short squeezes.
Mm-hmm.
And all a short squeeze is you're putting pressure on those shorts to make them close. Because how do you close a short position? You have to buy.
Right.
Yep. To close it, you have to buy. So if I can put enough pressure on the shorts, that means that I can effectively cause a lot of buying activity to happen. In response to that buying activity, we're going to see a whole bunch of price increases.
Mm-hmm.
And if it continues to increase and you're on short side and you're like, man, okay, that's nice. It looks like it could just be, a bull run, inside of, bull rally, inside of a bear market. We see that all the time. So at first, a lot of people aren't going to care. But once it starts breaking certain levels, that's when you start putting that pressure on them. And
On the
once you
retail.
start applying too much pressure, it's going to
People,
start busting some
yeah,
pipes.
start freaking out.
Exactly. And that is when you have effectively started the run of a possible short squeeze.
Market manipulation.
Exactly. Market manipulation at its finest. You mark the price up, put that pressure on them. That volume, that demand, that's what's going to make that price go up. And those guys are going to have to get out, meaning they're going to have to buy with you. So as long as you're buying, they're buying, and you have all these people buying calls and all of this stuff short term, and they're getting gamma squeezes along with that. That's a whole nother subject with the options. Man, there you go. Now you have a crazy running stock. That's what happened to GameStop. We were
Right.
talking about it earlier. GameStop, I mean, this thing ran ridiculously. One thing that I can note, though, about GameStop when they did have their short squeeze going in effect is they did have very big institutional buying coming in with them. And they did have Cohen, who was trying to come in and buy up all these shares so that he could be like an activist investor and things of that nature. So that
Yeah.
did kind of help out the rally with that, and that's the reason why we saw GameStop go to the heights that we did. I'm not saying that we're going to see AMC run to that by no means. I'm not saying we're going to see Bed Bath and Beyond run to
Yeah,
that
I was
by
gonna
no
say,
means,
that would be sick.
because we don't really see that type of investment going on into these stocks right now.
No, I see that they changed this thing 1,610%. It's not that type of movement in there to make that happen.
Yeah,
We don't know of yet.
exactly. But AMC has come out with some news. They said that they are trying to change the way it's pricing its movie tickets. So if this pricing model does hold true and does show to be like a good model and a good strategy to be profitable for the movie theater,
Mhm.
this could be a catalyst. Now, we also know that they put news articles out here all the time just to try to validate what's going on and try to get people to
I would
entice
say
them
just the news,
to,
yes. Oh, that's good.
exactly manipulative moves. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it could just be that. This could also be a valid, good story. I don't know. Can't
Well,
trust it too much. But it seems like they are going to have a new model which will divide up the auditorium into standard sightline, value sightline, and preferred sightline tiers.
that's interesting.
So I'm assuming, I don't know what that means,
Yeah. What are they? They
but
can't
I'm
like,
assuming
stack
that
this. That
if you want to be dead center and you want to have like those prime tickets,
gonna
like
be
right there in the middle, you're not too close, you're right in the middle. Those are going to be, I guess, the preferred sight line.
right
And then the standard sight line would be, I guess, anything on the outside
outside.
or a little bit
Yeah.
closer. And
Yeah.
then the value sight line, they're gonna put you at the very front.
I was gonna say I don't know what that is. Trying to be back there
Where-
with the projector.
so you're gonna be in the very, very front, and you're gonna have to have glasses by the time you leave the movie theater.
Right.
They said you get to save on your movie experience, but you will have to use these savings on your eyesight.
You won't be back. You won't be able to see any more.
But with that being said, we have come to that time of the show where we can discuss a few picks if we do have anything that we've been looking at. Um, so Kenneth, if you got anything that you want to talk about, feel free to go ahead and share.
I was looking at actually, well, Google had just this thing. I was looking at just things that are driving the news. Chat GPT and how that's taken a lot of the AI software and into some of the companies that are involved with that. And apparently, Google has found a rival to it.
I saw that. I saw that
So
that
I
Bard
was,
IT or
yeah,
something like that, or
yeah,
AI or something like that. Bard AI, I think.
I was looking at Google. I'm interested to see how that affects Google, but also going into these new news things, and even like I saw taxes from Tesla, just little news things that are there that could influence the market. So I would say keep your eye on Google. I'm curious to see what they're going to do to try to compete with this Bard thing. That was supposed to be their saving grace, but now they've got some competition.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I think that's gonna be a good one right there. Um, One that I was actually looking at was CHD, Church Dwight. They
Mm,
do like household products and things of that nature. They they have a pretty good forming pattern. I'm not gonna say buy them exactly right now. I'm not
hmm
I'm not thinking they're gonna break out like right now, but put them on the radar. And I do think that in the coming weeks we will see a move to the upside. That's
Yeah,
my take.
yeah. I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, it looks like we got into a good consolidation, and now we should be able to start moving higher. Not sure when, um, but I would say that if you are a risk taker like myself, I would be buying pretty soon. So that's my take.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a good one.
yeah, I like it. I like it. So we do want to encourage everyone to head over to hackthemarketstrading.com. That way you can set up a free account or you can set up a premium account. The premium account is the way that you really want to go. That's going to get you access to us, get you access to our trading strategies, what we're trading. You can ask us to do some analysis on what you're looking at, all those type things. We got trading challenges, we got all types of things that we're working on, webinars and all of that. Um, so that's how you get access to that. Of course, you can always subscribe to the YouTube. That helps us out. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and follow us on Instagram. Uh, Anything else that you want to add?
That's it, man. We'll catch them back next week.
Oh yeah, for sure. So next week we'll be checking in on these picks, see if we got any takeoff. If we did, then that'll be some nice money. Otherwise, we'll just still be waiting on the breakout. Until next time, though, we'll see you guys.